Hey y'all, Iric Sky here, back again with another live show. And today I want to talk about the DJI Mini 3. That's right, the DJI Mini 3 is going to be here probably, I would say, within a week or two. And as soon as it is, obviously you'll be able to find it. Check the link within this video's description. You'll be able to find where to order it. And I'll be doing the unboxing video, first day in the field, and just all of that initial coverage that you've grown to expect. So, yep, Epic Drone Show will be all over it. And it's not a surprise that it was released or that it's releasing within the next few days. It's actually way overdue. It should have been, if it had been normal, if it had been normal conditions, I would have expected the DJI Mini 3 Pro to have released in 2020, but because of the unusual conditions, it did not. So we're working what we got. We'll get the the Mini 3 Pro. Hey, we got Ray New, welcome aboard, sir. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Good to have you on the show. Yep, this is a live show, by the way, so everybody, you can choose to super chat if you want to, and it's a great way to support the channel. Renew, is it Renew or Renew? I hope I didn't mispronounce. Please give me a shout out. Well, Renew, there's your shout out right there, sir. So yeah, are you excited about the DJI Mini 3 Pro? Do you think it's going to be a good upgrade? Do you think it's going to be just time wasted? What does everybody think? That's why we're doing this live stream. With that, I'm trying to burn some fat off, but you got to multitask. So yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna walk down here by this water, watching out for snakes. It is a good time to find snakes in this area. Please say shout out Shaura Garg. Shout out to Shaura Garg. There's a shout out for you here from Irish Guys Adventure Channel, man. Yes, sir. Yep, all the shout outs y'all want, man. And feel free to, obviously feel free to super chat. It's a great way to support live streams like this. Sod, always good to have you, sir. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the live stream. If you don't know Sod is a long time viewer of the channel. Renew says, in which country do you live? Yeah, I live in a few different places. I mean, primarily in the United States of America, but not all the time. I mean, sometimes I'm out and about different countries and just getting around, man. Gotta get out. Gotta burn this fat off, man. Just sitting here. Well, not sitting here, just walking around, getting some cardio. I tell you this, I used to use a gimbal live streams. You are saying Aaron. Okay. But yeah, the stabilization, I tell you, on this phone, and this is just the iPhone 12 Pro, but the stabilization's actually pretty good. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to hop into the DJI Mini 3 discussion, because the DJI Mini 3 obviously it's coming. Not just the Mini 3 Pro. I'm sorry. There was speculation as to whether or not it was going to be Badge Pro or just Mini 3. It sounds like it's going to be DJI Mini 3 Pro. Let's see. Got another comment here. Sorry, I'm walking, so I gotta push the buttons here. In what country? Just tell the name of the country so that I am clear. Oh, United States. Yeah, I'm in the United States right now, man. United States. So, yeah, pretty good place. Everything, I mean, worldwide level has been devastated by all of this all this. Man, I forgot to set my, hold on, I gotta set my my Apple Watch thing right here, because I gotta get my workout. Hold on. Let's see what we can get here. Outdoor walk. Got to get my credit, man. Got to get my cardio. It's one thing I like about the Apple Watch is that I can track, you know, my workouts such as this. Just really easy. Good way to estimate the calories burned. Man, feels good today. It's, you know, in the low 70s. Getting out, getting some cardio. Excited about the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and you know, it begs the question: am I going to go with the one that's got the integrated screen and the screen integrated in the controller, or am I going to go with the one where I just plug my iPhone into it? And that's the biggest decision I've got to make before I order it. And you know, I may go, I don't know. I may go with the one that has a screen because it's always good. There's advantages to each. If you go with the controller that has the integrated screen, you're pretty much married to that technology. Watch fan, hi Irix guy. Watch fan, always good to have you, sir. You're pretty much married to that device. But the advantage is that obviously you're not tying up your phone, you're not using your phone's battery life to fly your drone. You know, if you needed to make a phone call or whatever, you know, while you're, well, not while you're flying your drone, you don't want to distract yourself, but if you want to go straight from flying to phone call and not have to recharge your phone, you know, there may be advantage to having the controller for DJI Mini 3 Pro that has the integrated screen. I don't know, I haven't really decided which direction I want to go. Again, there's pros and cons to each, but I'll have them both linked as soon as the Mini 3 Pro is available to order. You'll be able to find it and all other drones. Just go to epicdroneshow.com, and at the top click buy a drone. That helps me, makes it convenient for y'all to shop. And speaking of helping me, feel free to super chat. This is a live stream. You can super chat if you want to. Again, completely optional, you know, not required. But Saw says, Irix, you looking great today. Deltoid getting, let's see. Sorry, I'm walking, the comments kind of go away. Deltoid getting in shape. Yeah, gotta get back in shape. Actually, I had an elbow injury, so it's kind of put me out for a few days, but I'm getting back to it. Yep, just walking down here by this water. Good weather today. Yeah, my goal is to try to get every day at least a half hour, 45 minutes of cardio. And the misconception about cardio is that you don't have to, you know, you necessarily have to run. You know, you can just walk. If you do a longer duration walk, you can still get great cardio benefits. Okay, we got a comment here from Watch Fan. He says, thoughts on G-Shock watches for outdoors? Man, I know a lot of people like the G-Shock, and I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but I'll just say G-Shock's not my style, man. If I'm going to wear something that's not automatic or manual, I'm going to wear this Apple, I call it the Apple fitness tracker, because I don't consider things to be a watch unless they're automatic or manual. So I mean, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like them, and I know, you know, with a G-Shock, you can pretty much wear it anywhere, and it, you know, it can take a beating. So again, not my thing, but you know, if you enjoy them, I know they're very popular, but again, just not my thing. So personal preference, you know, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but Yeah, so DJI Mini 3 Pro. It's going to be a lot of things it's going to bring to the table. The USB recharge, and then obviously the small and lightweight. You know, very, very lightweight, where one may not encounter a lot of the regulatory challenges with it that may be encountered with a larger and heavier drone. So there's a lot of advantages, but you're getting 4K. So, you know, you're getting a very high quality camera, you're getting gimbal stabilization, you know, you're getting a proper drone experience in a package that is easy to travel with, that is, you know, easy to recharge using USB. I mean, you're getting a proper drone for a good price that you know, it's going to be the next thing, man. I mean, you know, we've seen the DJI Mini. Actually, it's called the DJI Mavic Mini, and then they dropped the word Mavic, and then they just called it the DJI Mini 2. Now we're going to see the DJI Mini 3 Pro Professional. So, you know, I mean, it's going to be great. I mean, I know I've been kind of with drones, with the new drones, I've been kind of quiet, haven't reviewed a lot, and that's just because they weren't of interest to me. You know, they came out with DJI Mavic Pro 3, in my opinion, too expensive. Mavic Air 2, plenty good, 4K, you know, more than I needed. So, but with the DJI Mini 3 Pro, you know, you're getting that 4K USB recharge, but you're getting a better camera. And obviously it's expected to be a Sony camera, so, you know, good chip, good image quality, should be great for video, also for still photos. So, you know, it's going to be, wow, this phone is I hope y'all can see me okay. It's kind of overheating, and it's not that hot. Interesting. I'm just trying to see if there's super chats coming through here. I don't see any yet. There should be. Yeah, it is hot out here now. Getting a little bit of cardio in, casual, probably about 600 calories would be my goal for today. Get a little bit of jog in here. I've completely lost the view of this camera here. So don't forget to super chat. Let's see, I think I just saw a chat come through there. Let's see. Yeah, so who's going to pick up the DJI Mini 3 Pro? You know, are you going to get it? Are you going to pass up on it? You know, what are your opinions about the the Mini 3 Pro? You think it's a waste of money, waste of time? You think it's gonna be better? God, this phone, this is the iPhone 12 Pro, and it's like overheating, man. It's like I can barely see even if I take the sunglasses off. So, yeah, speaking of about the display, you know, I think this right here is an incentive to go with the integrated screen and the controller, because you won't have to deal with this, I mean, phone overheating like this, you know. Got a bunch of people. We just don't have a lot of chat. Let's see. We don't have a lot of chat. We don't have a lot of super chat. We got to crank that up. We've got to crank that up. If I get up here in the shade, it will be easier to see the display, because I can't see it. Oh, here goes a comment. Welcome aboard, Talman. Welcome aboard. Very nice. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Oh, here we go. Here's some shade right here. See now. Yeah, there we go. Guess y'all can see me okay. It's just the display is kind of from the sun, man. It's just like, let's see. Yeah, so we've got DJI Mini 3 Pro. Super excited. And again, as soon as it hits the market, you can go to epicdroneshow.com and click buy a drone. You'll be able to find it, the various bundles. You know, again, it's not released right now, but expected to release any day now. And it'll, you know, I'll have all the bundles I expect. I don't know if they're going to have the fly more and all that like they have historically, or if that's something of the past. But yeah, if they, you know, I'm on the fence, man. I think I'm going to get the one that has the controller with integrated screen, because I want the, you know, I want the ability to not use my phone while I'm flying the drone. You know, not have to. And there's advantages to that too. If you wanted to keep the drone potentially for a long time, you know, phones are upgradable, but the device, the computer and screen built into the controller is not necessarily upgradable that much. I mean, you could, you know, obviously there'll be firmware updates, but it's not necessarily as upgradable as a standalone iPhone. So, but then again, when you think about drones, you know, how many years of use do you expect to get out of a drone? You know, are you trying to future-proof it so much that you don't, I mean, that, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're trying to future-proof it so much, you may have gotten rid of it, sold it or traded it up before an obsolete device, you know, computer and screen and the controller even becomes a potential issue. So there's a, you know, a lot of things to take into consideration. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, just for my viewers out there, I'll probably go with the one with the integrated screen, just because that'll be the more premium kit, and you know, that way I can review the you know, the highest end offering. But you know, that's if I get enough super chats. So be sure to super chat if you haven't. And speaking of super chat, I now have what's called super thanks. So if you look at any of my videos, and this doesn't just have to be a live stream, but any of my videos, if you click down below the video, there's something that says thanks, and you can choose to do that. And basically what it is, it's kind of like a super chat, except it's a way to donate, a way to tip your YouTube channel, even with a video that's, you know, not a live stream. And that's a feature that I unlocked just well, actually just a few days ago. So yeah, I've seen a few people that, you know, have taken advantage of that. I know that EP Life, for example, I mean, he did a good he tested the system, ensured it worked, and that was really appreciated that they did that. So it was yeah, it was cool. EP Life definitely used the super thanks, and it worked. So deeply appreciated there. And yeah, so just got a bunch of good stuff brewing, man. So yeah, don't forget that. You know, again, super thanks, super chat, super sticker, subscribe to the channel, and, you know, ring that bell, because that notifies you whenever I post another video. And it's just, you know, those are all great ways to, you know, to support your channel, to support my channel, Irish Guys Adventure channel. Because without your viewership and without your support, you know, I couldn't make these videos. And it's not, you know, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy being a, you know, one person production company and marketing company and field test guy, you know, taking it out in the field, flying the drone. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. I just heard my screen's hard to see. I apologize. Let's see. Yeah, so everybody tuning in. Yeah, we're talking about the DJI Mini 3 Pro that has just been. They haven't released it because you can't buy it as of right now, which is May the 1st. But basically, they slipped up and it leaked, and I think it's going to be May the 10th. But, you know, stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, ring that bell icon, because I will keep you abreast of all the latest updates. You know, as soon. Oh wait, we got a chat here. Max Obasa, hi Max, always good to have you, sir. I remember Max way back when, man. Max has been here a long time, viewer and subscriber, super appreciated. Yeah, Max is one of the oldies. And we got Philippe. Oh man, Philippe, where you been, bro? Where you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Philippe, if you don't know, is a long-time subscriber. He loves to super chat. He's a chef. He likes to super chat. Philippe is always welcome and deeply appreciated. You know, it's viewers like Philippe that, you know, really help this channel, because, man, he super chatted so much. And I mean, that is, and by the way, you can super chat during any live show like this one, and Philippe, I was telling everybody that now I have super thanks. So in addition to super chat, which is during a live stream, you can now do a super thanks for any of my videos. Just click the thanks icon down below any of my videos, and you can super thanks. Let's see. I have the Air 2S. The Mini 3 would be an upgrade or not. Well, you know, Philippe, like I always say, stay tuned for my unboxing video of the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Stay tuned for my first day in the field with the DJI Mini 3 Pro. You know, watch all of that and come to your own conclusion, because right now I just know it's been released. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you with certainty that it's a buy or no buy, you know, until I've had hands-on with it. But with that being said, as soon as I get the hands-on with it, you know, everybody here, all of y'all subscribers, y'all be the first people to know. So, you know, I think it's going to be good. I mean, on paper, you know, you're getting USB rechargeable. So, you know, one would expect the next version of that, the third version, to be even better. And I mean, on paper, it seems like it should be. It should be a better camera. It should be just a better overall piece of tech, you know, more current technology. So let's see, Max Kielbasa. Let's see, my brother's name is Philippe. I have only the Magic Air. Oh, cool. So Max and Philippe, we got the duo here. Philippe says, I really want to see the difference between the Air 2S and the Mini video photo wise. Yeah, well, we will get that. I mean, it's going to be, you know, like I said on this channel, you know, I don't, number one, if I'm not interested in it, I don't buy it and I don't review it. You know, prime example, with older and more recent DJI drones, you know, ones that I passed up the Phantom 4, was it Phantom 4 Obsidian, and then the Mavic, the original DJI Mavic Pro. They came out with like a, was it a platinum edition or something like that, and then more recently I passed on the DJI Mavic 3 Pro because I just felt that there wasn't really the need for the Mavic 3 Pro. I couldn't justify the expense of the Mavic 3 Pro. You know, having the Mavic Air 2S with the excellent camera, and then the previous awesome model, the Mavic 2 Pro, the Hasselblad. I couldn't see the need for the Mavic 3 Pro, but the DJI Mini 3 Pro, oh, there's definitely a need. And I will say that, not just the need from me, but I have a feeling a lot of y'all will realize quickly that you need it. Let's see, we got another chat coming in here. Apologize, let's see. Max Kielbasa says, what's your favorite action camera? Well, you know, right now it's still the GoPro, was it a Hero? I forget all the numbers. It's not the most current, because I didn't get the most current, because it just didn't offer enough of an upgrade. But I think it's the GoPro Hero 9 Black? Is it the 9 Black that I have? It works great. It's got good stabilization. You know, all my old mounts work. Most all of my old mounts. I'm going to Cuba again. I know the drones are forbidden there, but if the Mavic Mini 3 is under 250 grams, could I use it? You know, when it comes to regulatory speak, I don't even speculate, man. But what I do know is that Cuba is a, number one, I'd be a drone or no drone. I don't know if I'd be going to Cuba right now, but that's just my own opinion. Maybe I'm paranoid, but yeah, I would check with local regulations, and I would not push my luck, and I would not assume there's any gray areas, because that's kind of a scary place. Do you use the Litchi app? Max, hundreds of people have asked me if I use the Litchi app, and the answer is no. I've never had the desire to install it. Not saying it's a bad app, but I've just never had the desire to install it. And I do, you know, everything that I do with the, with the native DJI app, it's done everything I've needed. So I just, you know, I don't have the business need to use the do. And I know a lot of people have had a lot of things to say about it. So, you know, with that being said, I don't know if it's necessary or not, but yeah, I don't know. Do you use the Litchi app? What's so good about the Litchi app? The Litchi app. Let's see. Thank you. Also, will you get the Mini 3 with the RC Controller Pro version? Well, you know, I was talking about that. Actually, I was talking about that before you joined in, but I'll recap. So I'm kind of on the fence. You know, if you get the one that has the integrated screen and controller, you know, like I was saying, there's the ability to upgrade that is kind of gimped, because, you know, you'll get firmware updates, I'm sure, but a new controller or an upgrade for the physical controller, unless DJI changes their direction, probably not. But the other thing is, you know, what's the expected, you know, months or years of service from a drone? I mean, do you really expect, that you'll keep that drone longer than the controller is, well, you keep the drone so long that the controller becomes obsolete. If you're like most people, you probably won't. So from that perspective, it's an added expense, but from a convenience perspective, you've got a separate device, a dedicated device for flying that DJI Mini 3 Pro. So you're not using your iPhone's batteries. Not that the iPhone current models don't get great battery life, but something to be aware of. Also, like right now, I'm using my iPhone 12 Pro just for this live stream, and I'm really having to squint to read your comments because the phone kind of becomes overheated. So that's another advantage to using integrated controller. Max says, I used Litchi. You can program a flight path. It's cool. And Philippe says only $1,200 US dollars for the Pro version. Well, I don't want to speculate price or anything like that because I don't know yet. But as soon as DJI Mini 3 Pro is available, you'll find current pricing on the. Just go to epicdroneshow.com and then click buy a drone. You'll be able to find all of the DJI Mini 3 Pro models there, and then also all the other drones too. Let's see. Will you get the iPhone 14 next? Probably not. I mean, right now, I've got the 12 Pro, which is not the most current, but the one prior. It works fine. I probably won't buy another iPhone until they radically improve the cameras, or until they introduce USB-C. I hate the lightning style connector, although it works. I'm just not a fan of the lightning style connector. So I don't have a business need to get another iPhone anytime soon. Let's see. Max says, I lost one of my Magic Airs in the ocean because I canceled return to home and the battery got too low. That'll happen, man. Always expect to use it. Facts Delight, what about the Mini 4? Well, there's always going to be a newer drone. Yeah, that's the funny part. Facts Delight is that there's always going to be something newer. So, it's like anything else. If you got gadget acquisition syndrome, you're always going to be questioning what's next, and you just gotta throttle it, man. You just gotta say, well, what do I want? What do I need? And a lot of this technology, unless you're in it for business purposes, a lot of this technology is pure. It's pure fun factor. So it's not really something you need to begin with. And people just get addicted to tinkering with the latest tech. I mean, my situation is a little bit different because I am a vlogger here on YouTube. I'm the drone evangelist. I also own Epic Drone Show. So, I've got a lot of reasons to pick up the latest drones. But with that being said, there's drones that I do pass up, like the Mavic 3 Pro, just because I couldn't justify it. There was no, radically new thing about it that I couldn't get from other drones. Philippe says, I was in Puerto Rico and Cuba in April, Colombia next. When was your last trip? Well, I mean, fortunately, the thing is, I mean, with all this stuff that went around, it jacked up travel. And here's the thing. Number one, and completely a personal decision. Number one, I chose not to get any of that medicine stuff shot up in me. It was just my choice. So that's blocked me out of a lot of travel destinations currently. Although it seems like all this stuff's going away, and hopefully they'll just remove that requirement. But my personal thoughts are that I wouldn't feel comfortable going anywhere because am I going to get if I go to a certain place, for example, if I'm in the United States Virgin Islands, it's pretty much open for me. But if I try to go over to Yost Van Dyke, I can't, because Yost, at least currently, unless it's changed, I mean, I checked it a few weeks ago, but unless it's changed, I'm only able to go there if I have a vax, and I don't want that. I don't want that, man. So for that reason, I just really haven't traveled. And let's see. Philippe says, no vac, no travel. My friend, I am sorry for you. Yeah, no, there's places you can go, but I just haven't had, I've used, as disappointing as it is, I've kind of used it as an opportunity, because now what I've done is I've kind of pivoted away temporarily from a lot of the travel, and I've used that as a way to reinvest those funds into equipment. Upgrading the studio. I got a studio upgrade coming right now, in progress right now, that's going to blow your mind. So, there's other things that can be, even though it seems like an inconvenience, there's other things that can be explored in the interim, and not have to have that constant need to travel. I mean, I've got a mental need. I've got to get out and explore and experience different types of food throughout the world and different cultures and all that. I think that's important. But my immediate need is to do what I do, and that's pursuing quality health, because ultimately, without quality health, there's really nothing else matters. I mean, if you're in poor health and you can't get out and get around, I mean, nothing else really matters. So, for that reason, it's actually kind of a positive, that I'm able to, have these funds that would otherwise be invested in travel, have these funds invested in other things, invested in, upgrading the studio and, upgrading equipment. So, there's pros and cons to everything, but, like I said, and, people had, several people had asked, and I don't, again, everybody's got their own opinion, but, several people had asked, and, my thing is, I just, people could offer me whatever, and I would not, compromise my health for, for some sort of experimental vaccine. So, and that's a personal opinion, because I know a lot of people that have taken that, they've made that decision, but again, it was a choice. It was a decision they made. It's not something that I feel anybody should be forced to do. And, the drawback is that, unfortunately, at least temporarily, it's prevented a lot of people that have chosen not to take it, like myself, from being able to travel to certain places. So, that's a small inconvenience. I would rather lose that opportunity, at least temporarily, than to live in fear, knowing that I've got something I don't know what it is, and that I was injected with. Philippe says, please let us know in advance when you do live chat, please, specifically from your new studio, if you can. Yeah, new studio should be set up. I'm targeting, I've got the crew, they're putting it together. I'm targeting it's probably going to be about a month and a half, maybe 2 months out. But, because there's such demand right now for resources to do it. I mean, I'm having it professionally done, so it's not a do it myself project. So I'm depending upon the other, the crew to do it. So, I'm hoping about, maybe a year. I mean, not a year, but maybe a month or two at tops. But it's, as soon as it's available, you will know. You will definitely know. And hey, and then Max says, I respect your decision. Hey, I respect everybody's decision. I mean, people that choose, I mean, I know a lot of people that chose to get it, and that's fine. And I respect their decision. But again, it was a decision, and it's the decision that I respect. I would never tolerate or respect anything that was forced. And that's the difference. And, I mean, there's enough stuff in some of these foods and drinks that we choose to partake in that could be potentially hazardous for one's health, not to mention what might be in some sort of injection that was rushed to market, in my opinion. That's my opinion. So, take it for what it's worth. And again, I respect everybody's decisions, because everybody, they have different situations. They have different pre-existing medical conditions. Some people just feel like they have bad luck, and, they feel like their best choice was to, not take the risk and go ahead and get it. And there's people that chose not to take the risk, like me, because they felt that the decision to get it could have introduced something that was unwanted. I mean, who knows? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm not a doctor. But anyway, Philippe says, I respect I respect your opinion, but disagree with you about the vaccine. I think the chance to survive when you catch COVID is greater than not having a vaccine. Who knows what's in the air and the water? No doubt. You do not know what's in the air and the water. David Williams, well said. Yeah, I mean, it's, and actually, Philippe, I respect your decision, but I actually disagree. I've had it. Wife's had it, daughter's had it. I mean, we were, yeah, it took your energy out, you know. Didn't have our energy for a few days, and admittedly, you know, some of my, I work a lot of different jobs. Some of my jobs I had to, that's pollen, man. Pollen will get you too. But some of my various jobs I had to go into quarantine and I couldn't work at job sites because, you know, and that was out of respect. I mean, I'm not going to be, you know, unethical about stuff. Be like, yeah, I don't have it. You know, I was up front and said, yeah, you know, I got it. But I was able to still perform job duties, but just not in a brick and mortar location with other people for some of my jobs. But police says almost 1 million people died from, yeah, but see, you don't really know. Did they die from or did they die with? I mean, I could, right now, I mean, I could jump into that water and hit a rock. And if this cough I had wasn't pollen and it was, you know, they detected that virus in me or whatever, then they could say that was the root cause. Whereas in reality, it's because I jump off and hit my head on a rock. So, you know, it's, I don't know. Anyway, it's a slippery slope. But bottom line, the impact that's had for me is just, again, you know, the ability to travel to certain locations, certain countries right now is temporarily unavailable for me. But again, that's a choice I made. That's a sacrifice. And I would much rather have that temporary inconvenience than to live my day-to-day in fear, knowing that I had something shot up in me that I don't trust. So that's my opinion. I respect your opinion. But what really matters is our opinion about the DJI Mavic 3 or Mavic DJI Mini 3 Pro. Yeah, Max, you got it right. I mean, there's so many, you know, so many ways to look at this, and I mean, it's, you know, when they're spin. Let's see, we got another comment here from David. David said, long-term effects, that is my main concern, and I have a few family members die. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't know. I mean, when people get sick from taking it, they don't really promote that. You know, they want you to think that it's all on the up and up and it's safe. And again, I'm not a doctor, and I made my decision. So, you know, do what's right for you. What you feel is right. Your choice, your decision. Back to drones, please. Yeah. So let's get back to drones. So, DJI Mini 3 Pro again. I'm super excited. I'm reinvigorated again. You haven't seen a lot of drone videos here because, again, there hasn't been anything new and newsworthy. But I mean, now there is. So, you know, it's good to have something new and exciting to review. So, you know, we'll start out. We'll do the unboxing. We'll do the first day in the field. We'll have all of that stuff, you know, thoroughly explored. You know, like if you've seen. Okay, we've got another comment here. Let's see. David says, watch you. I need to get out and start walking. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, you can, you know, road biking is a good thing too. But if you road bike, there's all the people on the road that are texting while driving, and it's not safe. So it's better to just get out and, you know, and do a walk. And that's what I do. I do walk a few miles a day. And I think it's important. You know, do that, drink a bunch of water, do your live streams, super healthy. Philippe says, do you know when you'll be getting the new Mini 3? Actually, I will be getting it probably, you know, strong rumors suggest probably the 10th. But again, that's not confirmed yet, but as soon as it's available, you'll be able to find it on my website. So, just check out any of my live streams about drones, and you'll be able to find, or any of my previously recorded videos, and you'll find a link to my drone store. Or you can just head over to epicdroneshow.com and click buy a drone. So, it's easy to know when it's available. And without a doubt, you're subscribed to my channel, you ring that bell icon. Whenever there's an update, I'm going to be all over it. Because number one, I've got an interest in getting my hands on the drone ASAP, because I want to be among the first people on YouTube to thoroughly review the DJI. The videos I'm talking about, the ones that are like hands on a pre-release unit, and it's, they got all the proper lighting and scripted audio and this, that, and the other. The types of videos I'm talking about. And they magically appear within minutes after the official release of the drone. So that's not what you're going to get here. I mean, you're going to get the honest and in-depth review that you've always wanted. Let's see, we got another comment. David, I have the Air 2S. It's a great drone, but I want the Mini 3 because it's smaller. Will that controller work with the Air 2S also? I doubt they probably won't cross over the compatibility. Philippe says, I believe the famous YouTubers will get it before. Well, and see, fame is kind of a quote-unquote funny term within the social media realm. Max says, I like that because I felt that the DJI Mini 2 had exceptional wind performance for such a small drone, but I would expect the DJI Mini 3 Pro to have as good or better performance. Now, is this something I'm going to take out in significantly strong wind? No, I'd probably bring my DJI Mavic Air 2S or the DJI Mini or DJI Mavic 2 Pro for that use case. But I mean, I think, to grab and go with moderate winds, you'll be doing a lot of filming off the grid. You need to recharge with USB. I think that is a use case for the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I think, it's a different case. I mean, if you're going to a challenging environment with a lot of wind, take the tools that are needed. I mean, you're not gonna, trying to think of a good analogy here. I mean, you're not gonna go out in the, let's say in the middle of winter and, pack a raincoat. No, you're gonna pack something, down, insulation and all that. The same would be true if you're going out to fly in stronger wind. You're not gonna take that lightweight drone. You're gonna take something that's heavier, that can handle the wind a little bit better. So, that's just you gotta have the tools that are needed for the environment. But I'm not saying suggest that the DJI Mini 3 Pro is not going to be capable of handling wind. I think it will be as good, if not better, than the DJI Mini 2. So I'm just trying to keep things realistic here, keep the expectations realistic. Philippe says, thank you for your live chat. I have to go. See you soon. Have a great day. You too, Philippe. Always good to see you. And thank you again, sir, for all of your super chats. You've always been a huge supporter of the channel, and that's deeply appreciated. Yep. So, let's see. Man, it's hot out here now. It's warmed up. Breaking a sweat. But it's good though. I mean, you gotta break a sweat every now and then, get some cardio. But you are welcome. Thank you. Yeah, and everybody out there, I wanted to remind y'all, not only do we have super chat now, but we also have super thanks. So for any of my videos, if you find them to be entertaining, educational, maybe a combination of both, or maybe you just want to tip your host, you can click thanks below any of the videos, and then you can contribute what's called a super chat. So it's a great way to support your host and help this grow. Again, being an independent YouTube channel, I don't have the marketing budget that a lot of other channels may have. So, you know, it's a great way to support your host. Let's see, we got, Max says, sometimes I think I would be good if drones had audio recording. Sometimes I use my Mavic Air as a non-flying video recorder. Well, you know, the value add, if drones had audio recording, is that what you could do is, the value add, at least for me, would be so I could synchronize the video from the drone with the video from other cameras without having to visually do it. And actually, I thought about that, and what I may do with one of my future field test videos is attach a little keychain camera with a microphone, just for the purpose of capturing audio. So then what I can do in post-production, I can have my camera on the ground with my professional microphone audio, and then I can match it with the audio from the, you know, that was recorded from the mic on the drone, and then everything will be perfectly in sync without having to visually do it. So that's the value add I would have if a drone added audio. I think the reason drones don't have audio, and let's see, Max says, the high def and gimbal stabilizer is awesome. Yeah, sometimes the, you know, in a lot of countries, they've got weird regulations about audio recording and also with video recording. But I think when you add the audio recording piece to the video, I think that makes it challenging for people to fly and enjoy drones in some countries. So I think there's a reason they don't. I mean, again, from a content creator's perspective, I would love to have that audio just as a point of reference for synchronizing video, you know, among various video cameras. But I don't think that'll happen because of some of the crazy privacy concerns that some of these countries have. So it's it's interesting though. But I think yeah, this DJI Mini 3 Pro, I'm super stoked. I mean, I got the news late last night, and I was too tired to really vlog about it. That's why I'm making up for it today, man. I mean, you know, it's going to be the next big thing. I mean, I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. And again, I'm saying that with the expectation that it will be, but that's just me knowing what DJI has released in the past and what my opinions of DJI's past releases have been. So, you know, I feel confident that it's going to impress, and not just, you know, not a lackluster, you know, not just make a lackluster impact, but, you know, an extremely positive, overwhelmingly awesome impact. And that's what I'm looking for from the Mavic, yeah, DJI Mini 3 Pro. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I just want y'all to rest assured that, you know, I'm all over it. So all your coverage here, just subscribe, ring that bell. I'll keep you up to date. Is this available to order? You'll find the links here. Please order through my links if you decide to order one, because that helps to support my channel. And you know, I'm not saying you have to, but you know, it'd be deeply appreciated because it's no cost to you. If you know, if you shop through my link, you'd pay the same price as you would elsewhere. So it's just you know, a great way to support the channel. Sometimes I put the drone on my bike and then film with it. Audio would be clean if drone is not flying. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's a good use case, man. You know, using that gimbal and using the, you know, the drone on the ground. You know, your case on a bike. You know, that's a pretty cool use case. So yeah, we're about an hour into this stream. I'm gonna go edit some more videos, work on some projects. I got several projects brewing, so appreciate y'all's viewership. Again, subscribe, stay tuned, ring that bell icon if you haven't. And don't forget to super thanks. You can super thanks after watching any of my videos. Just click the thanks icon below any of my videos to do the super thanks. Appreciate y'all's support, your viewership, your subscriptions, and y'all have a good day.